Hey there, Regnomancers. Future Nevi back again. This time, though, the issue was video. So don't you worry, we all still sound delightful. It's hard to explain what happened here, but basically Ob screwed up this time. You'll see some pulsing bitrate issues on this video because of it. I rooted the problem out as soon as we found it, and it shouldn't happen again. All in all, we still hope you enjoy this episode. Bye! Previously, we'd been provided a week of time off after a grueling rescue mission to save eels, the guild's gang informant and double agent. We used said time to primarily rest and remain in the loop, but said rest didn't last long. While we were visiting a bedridden Patrick and eels, we were called to action once more by Dispo Sabel, who told us that a ranger captain had requested backup to search a place called the Greenhouse Market. We arrived and spoke to the captain, a glib and young-looking ranger named Hill, who informed us of the suspect we were after. According to Hill's briefing, a wizard had been transmuting places and people into food-based nuisances, disrupting the peace and evading the law in the process. We scoured the market and met a few informants through the stalls. Richard met a quiet auto-frame hunter who reminded him a little too much of himself. I spoke to several talented cooks and bakers, and Iska ended up discovering a few leads posted on a flyer board, which detailed several mysterious points of interest. After reconvening at a cursed item shop, the group agreed on which trail to follow, investigating a nearby amusement park which had a grand opening that day. Arriving and quickly being granted entry, we spoke to the park's owner, a sweaty, nervous man named Forger. He gave us details on a familiar-sounding spellcaster who had taken over one of the attractions and halted the park's grand opening, all while the primary investor and a Chamber of Commerce bigwig were there for the park's unveiling. We quickly rushed to the overtaken attraction and spoke to the suspect inside, who referred to himself as the P-Wizard. Quite a name. The conversation that followed with the eccentric, powerfully, and oddly down-to-earth man was culminated with him expressing to the party a conundrum he himself had been grappling with. See, P-Wizard works for an underground mercenary force known as Coward's Contacts. He'd been hired by an anonymous source to stall the opening of the theme park, but as he had taken this request, he noted another glaring job, one detailing the hiree to kill any adventurer who attempted to enter and resolve the park's issues. The wizard, reasonably unwilling to inadvertently let fellow jobbers die, wished to speak with us and ideally resolve the issue before the murderous requester walked free. Starting our crawl across the park, we spoke to multiple employees awaiting the go-ahead for the park's opening, but were intercepted by the Coward's Contacts assassins hunting for us, a fey-touched pair of elves named Kushen and Left. We managed to catch them off guard and took them out, but quickly realized that they would be returning shortly, so we took the opportunity to expedite our lines of inquiry. We investigated the park even further, meeting many assorted workers, including a trio of drifter grease monkeys, assistants and automaton shopkeepers, and even an old friend of mine who had recently been hired. But eventually the culprits were unveiled. It turned out that not one but two different groups had contacted the cowards. Firstly, Forger had simply wished to delay the park's opening as an irresponsible publicity stunt, having whoever arrived be able to easily defeat the P-Wizard and save the day. That said, being his overworked and forgetful self, he accidentally left his memo to them in the radiotelegraphy room. A pair of avionic twins found this particular memo, and in order to preserve their plot to get revenge on their boss via remote bombing, ended up requesting off of the same radiotelegraphy address, hoping to delay or completely divert the snooping of whichever jacks may be present to deal with the wizard. The twins, Audrey and Aubrey Monk, were revealed to be the Bratty Valley Girl sisters of one aptly named Aviani Monk, a chainsaw gang member whom Richard had prologuedly and thoroughly immolated. The twins had, according to them, been saving up to leave the continent with their sister. That was until roughly a week ago, when she stopped responding to their messages. They spoke to Forger about leaving to check up on their family, but due to the nearing park opening, he denied their request, sending them into a vengeful path towards hastily organizing a bombing on the main office during launch day. After dispatching Kushen Left a second time, we split into multiple groups in hopes to shepherd employees out of the threatened area, hunt down the missing sister, and defuse the bomb before time ran out. Unfortunately, only 2 of the 3 were done in time, with Richard taking a near-fatal explosion to the face. But in the nick of time, he managed to quick-draw his magic wand of mushroom production, spawning a sturdy enough toadstool to partially shield his torso from the blast. The wizard, who had just returned to speak with Richard after visiting his abode elsewhere, managed to swoop in with a cheeky bit of magic and save Jumpin' Spider from a grisly fate, leaving me alone to interact with the head investor, Lucky Kelpie Mane. I spoke to the young fortune heir, who curtly dismissed me, all the while sending his various personal staff to apprehend the remaining suspects. Lastly, we returned home, bidding farewell to the Ranger Captain Hill and resting in our various states of injury, hoping the next job would be less explosive. Eels. We cut into you a couple days after the bombing incident, walking out of Sunflower General. It'll be quite a while before everyone's up and raring to go, as one of them took a bomb to the face. So, what are you going to do? What are your plans?
Well, first off, Eels isn't walking out. He is sneaking out, because he is still convinced someone is going to kill him the moment he walks out.
Roll me stealth.
The only reason he is leaving is because they have told him that he can't stay there anymore.
Yeah, no. There's a nurse straight up ushering you out, like, listen, darling, I appreciate you being here, but you're not welcome unless you're hurt. So come back when you're hurt, okay?
Shh! Don't blow my cover!
She looks down at you in broad daylight as you're sneaking out, crouching across.
Yeah, I got a 6. But that's plus 6, so 12.
You literally, we see Eels crouching out the door, and as he's just blinded by pure sunlight, he immediately dodges into some bushes. So what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?
Well, the first thing that my mind goes to is probably through the vague portions of my brain, the 3 people who I know are around that I know are Lily, Iska, who's sort of come in and out as well after his minor injuries. Iska is still inside the hospital at this point?
For about the next week, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, there's honestly just Lily and Creep. Creep, who was his sort of adolescenthood friend, who recognizes escaped with the team. He would probably just end up thinking to himself for a moment before going, time to mooch, and just start trying to make his way over to the guild, with which he would assume they probably have a further lead as to where he is. At current, he believes he needs to hide out. So he needs a place to bunker down while the rest of the team are getting bullets removed from them or whatever.
Eels, you hop into the guild, figuring, yeah, this is probably the best place to learn where Creeps went. I think you vaguely remember someone mentioning that he works for the guild now, probably in your conversations with the party.
Walk over to the guild door, open it, close it behind himself. And then think about it, go back, open it again.
What a fucking dick. I think you see just a general adventurer, see that you literally just fucking did that. So he pops in, he walks back, closes the door, and just walks away shaking his head.
Eels doesn't look back. Just I think the general vibe of Eels right now is cautious but trying to act casual.
Okay. Pause for a moment. Let me roll something.
Sure.
Roll me perception. Or no,
Okay.
Sorry, give me your passive perception, actually.
It's 3, so 13.
13, okay. Eels, as soon as you reach this point, you see, walking away, someone that you are very familiar with right here. And you recognize him immediately. You see Justice Jones, also known as the Scorpion from the Chainsaw Gang.
One moment. Eels freaks the fuck out. Yeah, in a very brief moment, he will see that, and then lift the back of his boot up, slap the lightning bolt decal that's on the side of it, and it starts to glow, casting Long Strider on himself, and he's just going to fucking book it into this area and duck underneath the piano, attempting to fully hide himself.
Go ahead and roll me stealth.
Okay. That is... That's a 22.
As far as you can tell, he didn't notice you. He was facing away when you saw him, but his silhouette was... You know that silhouette anywhere. You've seen him.
Is there anyone in this room who saw me do that as well?
Let me roll for... I'm just placing NPCs as we go. Let me roll quick. You see one rabbit folk right here who kind of like looked at you strangely as you ducked under, but just went back to playing cards with his buddy.
Okay. Eels doesn't have a lot in terms of ways to keep himself hidden right now, so he's gonna stay under this piano for about 4 hours.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, cool. So you stay there for 4 hours.
He will also be staking out this area, like, from under the piano to see if he sees Justice walking away.
He sees Justice. 1 second. Let me just uninvisible him. He sees Justice move past this point over here, and then like go peruse the board. Take a paper, goes back up, and this is all within like 30 minutes. And then he walks back down and out the door.
Oh yeah, these have like, these are like poster board, right? So you can see under them. Okay, yeah. Eels is absolutely just eyeing his boots the entire time.
He definitely saw him move over to these, move back north, and then walk out the door. Over the course of like 30 minutes.
In that case, Eels will, while under the piano, once he sees him get out of that door, he will wait another 30 minutes anyway. And then...
30 minutes later.
He will change out of his...
I think by that time, these three have left, and you see like an orc and a Tor come in and start playing pool.
Okay. Eels is going to unequip his like big old leather jacket, like all of his very clearly reinforced leather stuff, and put on his second pair of clothes, which he also has, which is just like a plain look, sort of like a cashew tan, like it made to almost contrast his normal stupid outfit. It's just this very plain, drab looking thing. And he will, I don't really have much else in the way of disguising myself, so I'm just gonna take the oil out of one of my flasks or no, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. I'm going to just put the nose back on.
Okay.
So I look like a weird cashew clown. And I'm gonna crawl out under the piano, go, and then just sort of fucking mosey my way on around.
As you glance at these two, they don't even notice. They're too... You hear one of them be like, "That was my ball! My ball!" And he's like, sucks to suck, bud. Sucks to suck. And he will... He's just fucking giggling to himself.
He will hastily, very hastily, looking around. He's not trying to hide how fucking panicked he is now. He's going to... is there anyone else around here that I recognize? Or is it just Justice?
An auto frame woman right here, and then just a couple other tellers here that you don't know.
He's going to slither on over and just whisper over to Dispo. Say,
"Hey!" Is he like crouched down?
Hey, yeah, no, he's at the like eye line of the table.
We see him peek up behind the counter, and he says,
"Hey, dude,
I think Dispo looks over, and like, just like, it's like, who said that? I'm not gonna
roll to see if you see me. I'm fucking right here.
he looks down and he sees you. He sees this clown man, and he's like, how may I help you? I'm not good at French. I'm very sorry.
He's gonna go. Okay, you saw the big old scary guy with the scar on his face and the general kill demeanor who's just here like 30 minutes ago or something.
Yes. Mr. Scorpion, correct? Can somebody please coach me on French quick? Just give me a crash course. French, AV.
You've got to. It is a very. You're not really speaking with the center of your mouth. You're more aiming everything towards the tip of your tongue and then processing it with the back of your throat
with
to
the
allow the
back of your throat. Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Navi, may I suggest something?
Yeah.
Like a little word. What is the name? The word, like the key phrase or whatever.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi.
I was gonna say baguette.
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 Yes. I'm really bad at French. Please don't yell at me in chat. Thank you. Yes. Mr. Scorpion, correct? Correct?
Okay, so I want you to. I know my name is Eels. I want you to self-reflect in the fact that I just asked you about someone who you just referred to as, yes, Mr. Scorpion. I want you to understand that there's a reason why I am this way, and that the fact that guy is fucking crazy, and you're still letting him walk into this place.
You see Dispo, like, look at you, like, verifiably confused. Mr. Scorpion Mr. Scorpion is an upstand. I am struggling.
I'll go to another tiller. Fuck this.
You see, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. You see him like stuttering in confusion, and you just move on.
Did you help that fucking tiny guy? Or not even tiny. He's pretty big. You see this scary guy, Scorpion?
Mr. Scorpion, right? He's fantastic. Love him to death.
What are you, fucking stupid?
No, he takes on like some of the hardest investigations in the city. That's fucking. Excuse my language. I'm trying. I just got hired. I'm trying to be professional. You know.
Okay. Do you know me? Eels, the gang informant. You know me?
No, I do not.
I shouldn't say that out loud. I'm okay.
I've never heard of you in my life. Who are you? Should I know you?
No, I'm not Eels. I'm Cashews. Tell the guild mistress I'm going to find her. And he's just gonna very hurriedly go up the stairs.
I thought you were gonna like just do it backwards. Like, my name's not Eels, it's Slee.
It's Slee.
Sleazy.
Sleazy. That's good.
So I'm just gonna say I'm never voicing Dispo again. That's completely your character from now on. I can't. Fine. I literally cannot do French.
Eels is sprinting upstairs. Just the one? That's not the one. Okay. Just gonna keep sprinting up. Yeah, Eels is gonna sprint to the doors and then just silently going fuck, shit, fuck, shit. This ain't there. Okay. Shit. It's not. Okay. God damn it! I need to close this one. Okay.
As you walk in, no introduction, no knocking. She just slowly turns around.
What's this creepy shit? Come on. Okay. Justice Jones the Scorpion is one of the biggest gang members inside my gang, and he just walked into the front door, got a quest, and then checked out.
Yes, and?
Oh, this place is a plant?
All right, let me make something clear to you. Justice Jones came to us about 6 months ago with very important information about your gang. Justice Jones gave us that information for amnesty, as he did not like the direction that the gang was going in. He became an adventurer, just like yourself, and that's the long and short of it.
Nah, but I'm different, though. That guy's a fucking psycho. Okay. I can't explain to you how fucking scary this guy. Okay, yeah, I was under the impression that me being part of this thing, he starts like motioning towards the entire office. Like the reason I'm the person who's here and not a lot of the other folk is because I'm sort of a fucking pathetic weakling. And I was under the impression that was a good thing for me because you understood that I wasn't trying to like double cross you. I am, without even a moment's pause, under entire just true understanding that man is going to stab me the moment he sees that I am here.
She steeples her fingers. Mr. Eels, let me make something very clear to you. You and Justice Jones are in a very precarious situation. You've joined straight out of a gang. And I'm going to make something very, very, very clear. Both of you are under strict watch. You are on trial. A trial period. You have nothing to fear from him, because if he did anything, he would immediately be ousted from the guild and locked up. Violence between members of the guild is strictly forbidden. Understood.
Okay. So you're telling me that I and he are both under a close eye, and that is to prevent him from vaporizing me and turning me into something else in the meanwhile while you're not looking, because he promised he would be fine?
Rather, you are both from a violent gang, and we need to make sure that you're trustworthy before you get your full memberships. Does that make sense? He's under the same stipulations you are.
All right, yeah, that's fine then. Okay, I'll talk to you later. And he walks out the door.
You see her just like, you don't, but we see her as you walk away, just fucking put her fingers on her nose and just, oh my god.
Eels will close the door behind him, and then mutter under his breath, "Try and restrain a fucking eel, he'll always slip out," and is going to come around.
As you walk out, you hear a familiar voice from this door. You hear a familiar voice from this door, and it sounds like the voice of Creep McGee.
Okay.
You just hear him like screeching to himself. God damn fucking financial management, and fucking, these numbers are all wrong.
I fuck with this. Okay. He's going to try and open the door, realize that it's locked.
It's not locked. You have to get a little bit closer, yeah. It's a little fucky in the guild.
He'll reach over, sort of stumble, open the door, and be like, "Hey. Oh shit, it's you." The door behind him.
He looks up, and you hear him just squawk. Eels!
Don't do that. You're a freak. Don't. Okay.
That's rude, but okay.
Yeah, I am. Justice is here.
Yeah, I know.
And you're not fucking screaming about it?
No. Justice was
Why not?
He was always really nice to me. Like, always.
You're fucked in the head. I need at least someone who I know to keep me out of his shit. You have a place?
Yeah, I have a garage. It's like
okay.
A few blocks away, but we can go there.
Wait, okay. Do you have like a place adjoining to the garage or just the garage?
I mean, there's a house, but it's kind of mostly filled with like all of my parts and workshop things. You can stay in the garage if you want.
They're not in the garage? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, does he know that you have it?
Have what? A garage? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't talk to him that often.
Executive decision. You ain't telling him shit now.
Okay.
How's me there? I can't come to this place anymore. Everyone's corrupt and I hate them all. Except for you. You're just the normal amount of corrupt.
I don't do that anymore. I mean, the skimming off the top stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
No, I don't believe you.
They warned me pretty. No, they said like straight up, if I did that, I I'd straight up go to jail for like ever, and I don't want
Insight
that.
roll.
Go ahead and insight roll.
That's a 6.
You can choose whether or not you believe him, but you can't tell. It's honestly kind of hard for, I think, eels to gauge the truthfulness of a literal bird head person. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't believe you. Anyway, bring me over there.
What's up?
Bring me over there.
I gotta finish my work first, dude.
Ah, you fucking needy.
Do you see all this?
Yeah, I
Receipts.
do.
Do you know how? Do you know how complicated? Can you get off the table, please? That's not okay.
He starts hiding under the desk. Listen, I understand, and I'll stay quiet. But if he sees me, I'm fucking DEAD. I am toast.
Okay, fine. And he just goes back to work. You just see him like furiously scribbling out different notes and receipts, doing like tons of math, and like over the next 4 hours, you just stay under this desk, and he files everything away, and you see him like sit up, loud cracks in his back, spreads his like wing arms. He's like, okay, you ready to go now?
If he sees under the desk, he would see that Eels has been carving his name into the bottom of it.
God damn it, that's guild property. I'm gonna get charged for that.
Okay, where are we going? We going now? You done?
Yeah, my vehicle's outside. Let's go.
All right, go. He walks over the desk again.
He leads you outside of the guild, and you see, like, on the edge of the guild's property in a small clearing, this large blue car-like thing. It has wheels, and then land draggers. It looks like he legitimately just took apart a bunch of land draggers, stuck the parts onto a cargo container, and called it a car. That's what it looks like. You get in with him, and he begins flying across the city. It's not very fast, but you get to his house in like 10, 15 minutes. And you come down in the front of his house.
Okay.
And you both step out. He opens the garage, and you watch as his car slowly moves itself into place.
Mm-hmm. Got that.
Well,
auto parking.
I mean, yeah, you can't really go without it. It's kind of a bitch to park yourself.
Imagine.
It's like the perfect. What are you grumbling about?
Let's see here. He sort of climbs over it. And,
don't mess with the fuel station, please.
Dibs. He sits in the chair and puts his feet up on the counter.
As long as you don't break anything, then it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's fine. Also, I just want to say, for context in the comments, if you're upset because I changed the voice of Creeps, it's because I haven't played Creeps since the first session, and it's been months. I don't remember. So you're just gonna sit there for like ever now? That's fine.
Yep, until I die, or until someone comes to pick me up.
Oh, okay. Should I tell someone you're here?
Okay. Who's you know them? I spoke to shit. I don't really have. It's sort of just a you. I heard that the detective guy, the Samdian, apparently he's he got blew up, but he's still fine, so that's probably all right.
Scorpion or Richard?
Scorpion. What? No, Scorpion's. He just walked around. I'm talking about.
He's also a Samdian detective. What do you want from me?
He's a detective?
Yes.
God, that's not great. Okay, that means that I definitely can't tell him that you're here, or that you can't tell him that I'm here.
Okay, I won't tell him. It's fine.
Okay, good. I'm talking about Randy. Richard.
Light show.
That's
you
the
mean,
one.
right? Yeah.
Light show. I mean, the stupid cat boy and the other stupid cat boy are probably fine. I get the impression that Dispo, whatever his name was, he was probably I get the impression he's just too dumb to realize. But the what's the red guy? Igloo.
You mean the elf, the gray elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Turned to a
that's
big
Iska.
lizard or whatever. Or cat. I forget. I lost a lot of blood.
Lizard?
That was a bad night for me. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it was a fever dream. Anyway, the guy who's got the black armor on.
Okay.
Is Coxie. That's the one. The fucking, he's pretty cool. I think he hangs out with that spider lady.
Mm-hmm.
Who sits on the top. I get the impression he probably wouldn't be fooled by Justice's weird shit. And then Big Lady. Big Lady's pretty easy to convince. Even if he isn't a bad guy, I can probably gaslight her.
Oh my god.
That's kind of rude, but okay.
It's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, those three. They said that they could let me into their gang or whatever, so I'm gonna join them. And whenever they're out of here, I'm out of here because I do not like this city at all. I got kidnapped here and then found another guy who I think would kidnap me again. Can you get me a disguise kit from the market?
I mean, yeah, okay. You got money for it?
Let me see here. I got like 99.
Okay. They're like 5, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was like 25.
I
mean,
have to
5.
check.
Yes, 5.
All right, that's fine. You need anything else, or can I just get to work?
Like a snack, maybe.
Okay, I'll be back. And you see him.
Thanks, buddy.
You see him pop up this tiny little ladder that I accidentally made way too small, and into like a trap door. And you hear ruffling and rustling upstairs, and some falling shit hits the floor. Blah blah blah. He comes back and he's got like a bowl of fruit for you. That's really all I got. I don't really eat anything else. Fruit's kind of tasty. It's good for you. Here.
You only eat fruit? What the fuck's wrong with you? I guess it's better than meat. And he'll
Well, what do you
take
want
that.
from me? It's like.
Listen, I had so much
agree with my
fruit
tummy.
and jerky in the fucking hospital. This is fine.
I can
This
go
is
get you
fine.
jerky
Thank
if
you.
you want.
No.
Is that what you want?
No. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. He'll start just like taking out some hardtack and dipping it in grapes to very little effect. And he will stay in this garage for as long as it takes for the disguise kit to get to him. And to be quite honest with you, he probably stays in here doing very little for a long time.
Yeah, so the creeps goes out, gets you a disguise kit, mark off 5 GP. It was a little more than 5, but it's fine. I covered the extra like 3 or 4. It's no big deal.
Thanks, dude.
And we just see like a montage of like creeps just working really hard on some project in the left of his thing, and then going out to do his financial job during the day, and Eel's just sitting there, lazy, mooching.
After a certain point, Eels would, after being covered by this thing, he would start to recognize that there's a good chance that if that boot slap was the only thing that kept him from getting caught by justice, he should probably start getting back into the swing of things with his more tricksy tools, because he can't be caught by people, especially while he's in the city, because he done got backup. Creep is a
not
fucking pushover. So I think in the dead hours, once he gets tired of carving his name into things, he would start putting together little patches. I think the camera would follow him once or twice as he like peels off fire decals that are on his jacket and like start toying with them magically, just using fingertip and his carving knife.
As you're doing that,
just fucking.
We see like creeps approaching you and like offering to use his workshop, and we see a little bit of like him catching you up to the basics, because it's been so long since you went to school together, and he's just like, no, you just do it like this, remember? And he
That's
puts some of
stupid
his
though.
stuff
I don't
aside.
like doing it like this.
Yeah, well, it works better. All right. You want an effective spell or a fucked up spell?
I'm fucked up.
Are you on
I
drugs?
fuck people up. No, what?
You said you were
you know
fucked
I don't
up.
like drugs. No, I fucked up like as in like I'm like a bad guy.
You were like, never mind. I'm not. Never mind.
This nose has been stuck on my face for the last 72 hours, and I think I'm losing air.
Just take it off then.
I can't.
Okay. And he gets back to like describing things and kind of like giving you a refresher course on your minor in artificism. Artificing. In your minor of artificing. And throughout all of that, he's working on his own project. You see him a couple times taking some of the red crystal next to his desk with the blue crystal and messing with it in this contraption to the north.
Yeah. Eels is just making shit.
Okay, cool.
Getting geared
you
up
wanna
for
do
whenever
anything else?
someone comes to pick him up from daycare. Not really.
Okay,
To be
cool.
quite honest with you, I think he's genuinely like so holed up just because he something about eels that becomes very evident as the like weeks go forward is Creep probably is a pretty one-track guy, like goes to work, comes back, works on the thing, goes to bed, right?
Yeah.
Eels is even more one-track. He's just I don't think he even leaves this side of the garage too much, just because he wants to be behind something if someone walks in the garage. He's
So paranoid schizophrenia, got it.
minus the schizo part.
That's fair.
like
That's fair.
he's just hyper paranoid constantly, always. And
Okay.
I think would Iska or Lille come visit him? Because he would, I think, say to tell them that he's hiding out here.
I think Lille would probably come and visit him a couple times. So I think like a few days later, Lille pops in and she looks over to Creeps and she's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey," and he's over there. I'm gonna get back to work.
Psst.
Yeah? Well, what's up?
Hey, it's me, Eels.
I know. She scrambles over the thing. It's really small over here. How do you live like this?
Do you see my posture? I'm used to cramping down.
Ugh,
The
fair.
main. Okay. You know, Justice Jones, the Scorpion, real scary.
1 second. I'm gonna roll a knowledge for her. Yeah, I do. He's he ordered I think it was chicken soup, garlic bread, and for some reason tomato soup on the side. But he's real nice.
A
Tips real
devil
good too.
meal.
A what?
A devil meal.
A-
No one gets two soups.
Soup is good. All right, whatever. He's really nice. Last time I checked, he tipped me like 40 gold. I ended up
Okay,
giving it to
I'm
a
nice
homeless man,
too, but you don't see me bragging about it. I'm okay. That man is very dangerous. He's I would argue on I suppose now he is the same level as Billy was in the gang.
I think she kind of like looks down for a second. And how much of that night do you remember? Do you remember?
Not a lot of it, to be fair, but
So I'm
I-
gonna level with you here. I don't think that's a fair comparison. Billy was, dare I say, almost minor aspect level. It was insane.
no,
the
but
things she could
no,
do.
I'm not talking about what that fucking power level. This ain't fucking This ain't a comic book. I'm talking about I'm talking about level in the gang, like seniority, as in dedication to the cause of destroying everything that has pre-existed here already. This guy is a fucking menace, and I don't believe for a second that he's out.
Okay, so I'm gonna level with you, all of you here. When she rolled knowledge for him, she rolled a 20.
Oh, I see.
So she's talked to him a lot. Listen, I'll let you believe what you want to believe. He seems nice enough. He's just looking for a second chance. That's all there is to it.
Nah, I don't buy it.
No.
Listen, you got me out of that place, so I know you ain't trying to kill me, because you could have left me there. But I ain't trust. You can like him. I'm not. Don't tell him that I'm around when you see him.
What you want.
I don't like this tone. I don't like this tone you're taking.
It's not a tone. I mean, if that's what you want, I'll do it. I'm gonna respect your boundaries. What are you talking about?
I don't trust him, and you're giving me a face, and I don't like the face.
You can make an insight roll if you want.
It's a 13.
Yeah, she seems genuine. Like, there's nothing about her demeanor she seems a little awkward, but nothing about
even
her
if it's not deceitful, it's still annoying. Okay. This guy's fucking. Fuck him. I don't like him.
Okay,
fuck him.
okay.
Don't actually fuck him.
No.
Just in metaphorical sense, I don't trust him.
Okay, calm down. Here,
you shouldn't trust him either.
And she hands you like a little doggy bag, and inside you find garlic bread, chicken soup, and like some roast beef.
Is it okay? It's not okay.
It's just
I was
a
about
meal.
to say if you gave me the same meal that you gave him, I was
Do you
going
want
to be
tomato
really
soup?
upset.
I can go back to get you tomato soup.
No, I don't want the tomato soup. That's the devil's meal. Okay.
Would you prefer blood soup? I know some people like that.
He looks at Lily with a face like, do you get the impression that's what I was upset about?
You see her like straight up smiling, like laughing under her breath, just giggling.
Fuck you. Okay. When are we leaving?
Leaving where? Like the city?
The city.
I don't know. There's a lot to be done here. But I know, I think Richard's working on a ton of work right now. Iska's still recuperating.
Oh, he's not dead? Dope.
No, he's not dead. Everyone in
Okay.
the guild's calling him Late Show now because of what I did to his badge, though. It's kind of
Oh, that's what that
funny.
was. Okay.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah, because he exploded. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew.
I'm going to call him Sparky, I think.
That's
You guys
pretty
are
good.
dicks.
That's pretty good. She giggles as well, and probably give it till the end of the month. Everyone should maybe be done.
Shit.
I mean, I know Iska and Richard will probably be free a couple times. They can escort you around the city if that makes you feel safer. I'm too busy with cookery and all that stuff in the kitchen to really escort you. Unless you really, really need an escort, then I can take a couple days off.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna get geared up and ready to leave.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Give me a ring. I'm your guy. If you need something stolen or thieving or sneaking, I'm the guy. I'm gonna start making a disguise so that I can go get myself breakfast. Because honestly, all that creep eats is fruits, and I'm sick. I'm so sick of it. I feel like I have reverse scurvy. You know what I mean? Like so much citrus that I'm turning unpiratey, and I feel like I need that piratishness to keep in the outlaw area. And anyway, have a good trip back.
Talking about?
Sits on the chair and puts his feet back up, starting to carve.
She scrambles up and out. And
Okay.
And I think for your little interaction, we fade out. And if you want any interactions with the other characters during their time skip, just say the word.
I will spend a regnomancy to do so.
No, you don't have to do that. I'm not going to make you spend Regnomancy to request an interaction with another player. All you got to do is send creeps to them.
I would not request unless he bumps into them, is what I mean.
Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair. Okay. And with that, we move on to Siege. So, Richard, it's been a few days since you got out of Sunflower General. The doctors were actually quite impressed at how fast you recovered. About a week, which, considering your injuries, is insane. And you're walking back up to Richie's place. You're home. It's late at night, and I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how you feel, but it's fucking late, and sleeping in a hospital bed is not comfortable. What are you gonna do?
Well, what time of the night is it?
10. Sun has just gone down. So yeah, you walk up to the door. Grid is free. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember how everything works. Hello, Richie. I'm back.
You immediately upon entering, you hear the raucous laughter of like 4 people in right over here. The sound of little Richie scurrying about, serving food. You see regular little Richie right here behind the bar, as usual. Hey, mister, welcome back. How was your adventures?
Very loud. Yeah, I got blown up.
You see him start polishing a glass. In front of his eyes form the shape of glasses without any lenses. As he looks at you and just listens intently.
I'm gonna need a bourbon, by the way.
Coming up. You hear him like kind of snap. It doesn't hit the same way because it's dirt, and you see one of his little guys just rush off to the back. He'll be back with it soon. So tell me about it. What happened, mister?
So there was a bomb on the train. I tried defusing it. It didn't go so well. I almost died.
You see him stop polishing for a second, and he's just like, "That's a lot. That's a lot to take in 2 seconds. What?"
Sorry about that, little guy. Yeah, some bird bitch just like put a bomb on the train on this little tram, and it was supposed to kill her boss and everyone else. And I stopped it from killing them.
You now have a glass of bourbon as the little Richie comes in, holding a glass above his head, and just jumping up on the bar and just drops it in front of you. Not a single drop spills.
Hey, is the cup dirty? Because
no.
Dirt. Huh. No. Interesting. But yeah, but luckily, I was able to do something. I was able to use my give me a mushroom one at last second to save my ass. But overall, I'm fine now, I guess. He takes a sip of his bourbon.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC is 10.
I got a 16.
All right, yeah, it burns nicely as it goes down your throat.
Oh yeah, I'm fine now. But I finally got a lead. And I'm looking forward to finally being able to to follow it as soon as I get enough money. Ugh. Speaking of which, you have any jobs you need done around here?
No, well, what kind of jobs do you need, actually?
Anything that pays enough.
I think it looks at you for a minute and he's like, I don't have anything particular in mind. We really just need a new shipment of whiskey. But that seems kind of low paying for your kind of work.
I look at him, I'm like, also, you're talking a lot more smarter. You're talking a lot smarter now.
You sure you succeeded that Constitution saving throw, brother?
Brother. But what's up? How are you? You're smarter now.
I'm not smarter. I'm just learning proper vocabulary. That's all. Listen, talking properly is very important for the job of a bartender and businessman. That's what Barry told me. And so I've been taking classes on proper common.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Well, how's business doing, by the way?
He points over to the to the table with the 4 people. It's going very well, especially like it's 10 p.m. right now. I think he looks at a little watch that's strapped to his arm covered in grass, and he's like, "Yeah, it's like 10 p.m. and usually this is slow hours, so obviously we're getting some regulars. It's very nice. It's very nice. I like it."
Wait a minute. Wait, by the way, is the watch itself covered in grass?
No,
or...
just his arm. It's strapped over the grass and like the moss that's creeping up his arm.
Oh, Richie, you're getting little well, I guess technically hairs. You have grass on you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that supposed to happen?
I don't know. Maybe.
Huh.
Much about me is mystery, even to myself, sir. I spend many hours of the night contemplating the nature of my existence.
Wow, those courses really got you thinking, huh?
Sure.
Fair enough, I guess. Well, if you ever need anything, just let me know, alright?
Sure thing.
Do you know, by the way, where your dad is?
No.
Well, did he at least say, like, anything?
No.
Do you want to know where he is?
No.
Alright. Well,
You see him fidget a little bit.
Is everything alright?
Yes.
Alright, well, you can talk to me, Richie. Little Richie.
Sure thing.
It sounds alright, so he must be alright.
Yep.
I'm genuinely curious, but I'm just gonna let it go because little Richie's little Richie and I love him. I want to be happy. Well, I guess I'll just go back to bed for now then. I'll see you later, little Richie.
Alright.
Alright, I'll leave him 1 silver. Thanks, big guy. I'm gonna go rest up.
You see him you see him like take it, pull out a jar from under the bar and just pop it in with a bunch of gold and silver pieces. Few copper as well.
Oh, by the way, before I go up, I just go up to this little Richie sitting right here, and I just softly like squeeze him down a little bit, like you know that one video with the cat where he pushes his head in a little.
The moment you do that, he splats into a pile of dirt.
What? I just touched him. I barely touched him.
He reforms and he looks at you and he makes like a laughing motion, like I got you, haha.
You're a little rascal, you know that. All right.
You pass by these guys and you overhear them talking about like yeah, did you hear about the invasive species over in Honeysilk? It's really bad that their crops are just getting fucking destroyed. And you hear another one being kind of terrifying. What's going to happen to the local chlorophyll industry? Blah blah blah. And then you pass by.
Yeah, this will greatly affect the trout population.
Fuck you. If you
where's
press
the way to my house? To my place?
Get near this door here, right here, and press the button.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure it was that one, not the other one. This one, right?
Yeah, it's got your nameplate on it. As you open the door, you notice that your apartment has been further expanded, and now you have a box of chill wine in the corner.
What kind of wine?
It's a mixture of ciders, red wines, and blue wines. Or not blue wines, white wines. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's a blue wine?
There is one bottle of blue wine, but you've never had it and you don't know what it is.
Well, now I'm just curious. I take the blue wine. I open myself.
As you look at the label, it says in big bold lettering, official elven blue wine from North Conmay. It definitely seems like
guys.
totally elven wine.
You could just tell by the dwarven handwriting.
You see a little asterisk on the bottom. Produced in Porto Luminoso.
Oh God!
Whatever. Free wine is free wine, I guess. I make myself a glass and I taste it. Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let me look. My attributes are...
You're drinking the whole glass?
No, yeah. I got a 10.
Yeah, you don't know what it is, but something about this wine hits really hard, and you're just straight up drunk after one glass. It tastes horrible, though. It's like it just tastes like old red wine. Like, it's not good. It's almost like somebody took red wine and put something in it to make it blue.
Well, if I'm drunk, then he's gonna go. He's not gonna go to bed quite yet.
Okay.
He's gonna go into the bathroom and look in the mirror really fast. Takes off the hat, sees the fucking medal. He's like, I fucking hate this stupid fucking bird. Oh, you're just changing. I don't want to fucking change into this. Look, it just fucking doesn't look good. I used to fucking. I know I'm not related to him like by blood, but I used to have my fucking dad's eyes. Now look at this shit. I look like a toy you'd buy at a fucking store. He's kind of stumbling around.
Just straight
a
up
little bit.
fucking losing his shit while drunk. I love it.
I'm gonna go
How
outside.
Richard Lumiere copes and seethes.
He didn't try to get drunk. He's just looking outside, and he's like,
Yeah, you slip past the curtain and you look outside. Go ahead and make me another Constitution saving throw.
Why?
Just do it.
You're a dick. You're gonna make me fall off.
I'm not gonna make you fall off. I promise. That would be a Strength saving throw or a Dexterity saving throw.
You said Constitution, right?
Yes.
11.
You feel drunker than normal as it hits your stomach. The warmth spreads further, and you're you're straight up fucked up.
What the fuck? I had one glass. Maybe it was because of mix with the whiskey. Is anyone else outside?
You don't see anybody outside. It's pretty dark out right now, and you can't really even see across the street. But nobody else seems to be around.
All right. Well then, fucking Lumiere. Then he just goes up. Fucking like no. He goes up here, kinda. Let me see. Let me try to properly put it. And he just looks outside, and he's like he's angry, he's sad, he's fucking confused, he's miserable. He tries again to check for his heartbeat, but he can't.
As you check for your heartbeat, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 14.
There's no heartbeat. As you press your fingers against your throat, you don't feel a heartbeat, but you feel something moving, as if it's rushing past your finger.
I'm like, Richard just kind of like stays there for. I'm assuming that's just blood, but being pumped differently. So, in the back of his mind, it's like, what the fuck? What if this isn't blood? What if I'm not using blood anymore? And so Richard, being drunk and thinking very smartly, he pulls out his dagger.
Okay.
And he goes to like the back of his left hand, and he tries to just like kind of nick it a little, just to like see if there's blood.
Okay, given that you're drunk, I'm going to
Yes.
ask you to make me
Disadvantage?
no,
This will
make
go
me
well.
yes, I'm going to ask you for an attack roll on your hand.
Okay. How do I do that one? Which one do I use?
Your dexterity.
13.
13. Okay, so you take your shaky hands and prick the back of your hand, dealing less than 1 damage, because
Okay.
you passed the check, and you see welling up Samdian blood at first.
What?
But as you look at it closer, you realize it's just a little paler than what you're used to. Just a little off, not quite Samdian.
Richard looks at this. He like balls up his fist. He puts the dagger. He gets angry, so he just fucking like stabs the fucking table. He's gonna feel bad about that tomorrow, but it's like, and he just fucking screams. He like screams
As he
fucking
screams,
loud.
he hears from a floor above him, "Hey, shut the fuck up! Some of us got work in the morning!"
After screaming, he just kind of breathes and is like, "Sorry, I'm sorry." And then he just stumbles back inside. He takes the dagger with him, and Richard.
You can close the curtains anytime you want. Yeah.
He forgets.
He forgets.
He forgot.
He
Richard's
forgot.
just like stumbling around, just still fucking finding his way.
Yeah.
And he stumbles around, and he's just like grabbing onto the wall, and he kind of wants to throw up, but he doesn't. Can I make like a roll for that?
Yeah.
Just to-
If you Okay, you know what? Make me a Constitution saving roll, DC 12 to hold down your gorge.
Okay. Man, I got a 21.
Yeah, okay, you feel it coming up, but you're just... The emotions rolling around in you just give you the perfect fuel to just hold it down by pure force of will.
Wait a minute. And then he thinks, wait a minute, let me try something. He actually, now Richard's curious now. It's like, if the blood has changed, what happens with vomit? Is his stomach acid different?
Is this a fucking fetish flick? What the hell?
No, this is just him trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with him.
I'm so excited for him not going to the fucking doctor, but instead just puking all over his fucking hotel room. This is so epic.
Because I don't want to... Whatever, fuck it. He's just gonna look. He goes to the toilet and he forces himself to vomit.
You go ahead and you take a good solid like 30 seconds to force yourself to vomit, and as you do, the only thing out of the ordinary that you know is that all of your vomit is a dark blue.
That's probably the wine. I just flush it down. I was like, well,
it doesn't
I guess
flush.
That's...
You literally see the plant in the bottom like slowly opening and closing, and the vomit being swallowed by it.
Have fun getting fucked up on that. He just rinses his mouth and his mustache so that way it doesn't fucking smell in the morning.
You're feeling a little bit more sober.
Yeah. He picks up his hat and decides, since he's sobering up a little bit, he puts it properly on the hat rack.
Mm-hmm.
He takes off his coat.
At this point, it's about like, I think 11 o'clock. You've spent like an hour just stumbling around drunk doing stupid shit.
He takes off his jacket and just puts it there. Wait, what's the name of the wine again, out of curiosity?
Traditional elven wine. Or a traditional elven blue wine made in Porto Luminoso, in very small text on the bottom. If you want, you can inspect the bottle again.
Yeah, sure. I'll inspect the bottle. He also wants to know like what he sees on it, like what's the proof, what's like the ingredients, all that.
I will say, there is definitely, I do know what would be on the face of the label.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
There is a little iconography of a weird little looking bluish green antlered. It sort of looks like a beast of some sort. Honestly, I think Richard would probably recognize. It looks a little similar to the dragon, like the earth elemental that or the aspect of the hunts like Avatar, except just very cartoonized and a little bit exploitative looking. It's like giving a big old wink.
You see on the back as well. There's a small paragraph of text that says "slow release for your enjoyment," and then a whole big fucking thing of like, we are not responsible for injuries caused blah 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 blah. Like, hey, it's not our fault. It's your fault. You drank it. It's basically law speak for, we're not liable for anything that happens when you drink this.
Maybe just go like it. Fucking no! I wish I fucking kept that apple. I put it on the table. I just started going to my bed.
Richard, you begin to sink into sleep, and the world around you starts to fade to black, and you open your eyes to darkness.
What is this place? I feel like I've been here before.
And you hear a sound you haven't heard in years. A rumbling.
Richard, like, instinctually pulls out his flintlock. Does
it's
he
not
have
there.
it?
He's naked. As you scramble for parts of your body, as you scramble for the things that you're used to having, they're not there. Everything is cold and wet, and you're naked. You can't even see your own body in the dark. And you hear that wet, slamming, grumbling beneath you again, and you remember. The last time this happened was when you were 15.
No, not again. No. Fuck. Can I try to shoot a firebolt to see some shit?
Yeah, but well, to cast you need foci, but I will allow you to attempt it. With I think an intelligence saving throw is fair.
Or maybe a soul check.
Are you fucking kidding me? I got a 9.
As you scrape into your soul and try to harness your fear as energy for the spell, without your foci, it's just too hard to take these chaotic emotions and force them into the world around you. Even with all your training and discipline, the moment it leaves your body, it just fizzles out and is consumed by the blackness around you. You see a couple sparks and then it's gone.
Richard's just kind of breathing heavy, and he's like, he's thinking about what to do, but he's not quite sure because what is there to do? There's nothing, and I'm just in black. Who the fuck is there? Hello?
As you scream out, you hear a reply. A rumbling, deep reply. In a voice you do not recognize. You hear words that are similar to words you've heard before, but you still don't really understand them. Illum, Sarum, Nadanu. They are too slow, too distorted, and in a language you've never heard except once, in fact.
He raises his fist instinctually, and like, he's like, who the fuck said that? Fucking stop hiding in the dark, you fucking guard!
You don't see it so much as sense it, a presence surrounding you on all directions, a hunger that wishes to devour.
And like he starts breathing even heavier now. His eyes are like darting all over the place. He's like, what are you?
You hear the grumbling oscillate, almost as if laughing. And it simply says, a god. In a flash, the vision is gone, and you're surrounded by a blue light emanating from your chest. You don't feel the presence, and you wake up.
Like he's like feeling around on himself, seeing that he has all this stuff.
All your stuff is there. Your foci is still there.
Then he reaches in for his journal, and he starts writing down the words that he heard.
Do you as a player remember the words that were said?
I tried to, but they were really weird. It was like Irum, and it sounded fucking
Okay,
weird.
so just go ahead and because it was in a dream, go ahead and make me an intelligence check, just to remember it. Yes, an intelligence check.
Come on, nat 20. Come on, nat 20. Nat 20!
Fuck yeah.
All right. The words that were spoken were specifically Illum Sarum Nadanu. You don't know what they say, but you know exactly where you heard those words before. In a fight with a small woman with a blue eye and a silver tongue. The last time you heard those words was when you fought Billy. You didn't hear the same words, but it definitely the same language.
After like writing it down, Richard just kind of lies back down and just thinks about like everything that just happened. And he's just remembering that same feeling he had.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes, oh shit. And he looks around and he actually gets out of bed. He jumps out of bed, looks around, see if anything's missing.
Nothing's out of place.
He grabs his coat and he grabs his hat and he bolts out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
He takes the time to close the door, of course. You see little Richie just kind of like curled up on the edge of the bar, in like a heap.
And yeah, as Richard comes in, he screams out, "Richie!" And like because he's fucking scared of that.
You see him like immediately like reform. What's going on? Is there a fire? Is there a fire?
Are you okay? Did anything happen? Is anybody hurt? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I was asleep. Why'd you wake me up, Mr. Richard?
I'm sorry.
Should I call
Richard,
the guild or the rangers? Was there something bad that happened?
You sure nothing's happened? You sure nobody's hurt? Are all the patrons okay?
I mean, they all went to bed. They're probably fine. I didn't hear anything. I'm a pretty light sleeper. And you see him shake some sleep out of his like glowing green eyes.
Just when
Yeah,
you
no,
have
I
the
didn't hear anything, and there were no reports of anything strange happening.
Let me know if anybody's dead or something.
I'll go send some of myself up there to check. And they go up. And he's like, a few minutes later, he's like, no, everyone seems to be fine. They're a little upset that I woke them up, but everyone's fine. All tenants accounted for. I am a good landlord thing. Can I go back to bed now?
You can go back to bed. I'd
Okay.
ask you to make me a drink, but even it's a little too
It's a little early for that.
Yeah.
Sleep well, Mr. Richard.
I don't think I can sleep after that. I think I'm gonna.
He looks
go
at you
out.
kind of like quizzically, but doesn't pry.
I'm gonna go out. Thanks, Richie. Thanks, little guy. I give him like a little pet on the head, like kind of like ruffling his hair. Well, I guess
You see him.
ruffling his dirt.
You see him do the same thing that his little one did earlier. Just he splats down and he's like, you killed me," and then he comes back.
Really? Like,
Gotcha.
he lets out like a tiny chuckle, but obviously he's really worried.
Like a forced chuckle, tense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get something and then I'm gonna go out. Richard, just do I have to go back and forth because Richard's just gonna grab
it's fine.
the wine bottle?
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You can
Okay.
literally just say it. We're not on a
Yeah,
combat right now. It's fine. So you go back and you grab
yeah.
the wine bottle and you head out for the day. It's about 3, maybe 4 a.m. Still a little dark out.
As he's going outside, he lights up one of the cigs. The cigars, and just starts walking.
Okay.
Like just thinking.
The streets are completely quiet tonight. On your like usual patrol path, you don't see anything.
All right.
Nobody, nothing causing any trouble tonight. You think it might be because after such a large raid and an explosion, everyone's still kind of on the edge, kind of scared to really do anything or like cause any trouble, because those were both very big deals.
I guess he just goes and walks, and he'll eventually get to the guild, but for now he's just kind of walking.
Okay, so yeah, a few hours later, you arrive at the guild, and you said you wanted to train with Kelt here as well, right? So do you want to just montage that?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, we see Richard. We see you enter the guild. Probably walk by the request board, pick some small investigations around the area, take them out, go up to Kelt here, up to his tower, which we've seen you do before, and we just see you guys like studying different spells and him kind of like giving you some pointers on like new forms of magic and how to really harness your will to get the most out of it.
I ask him if there's any way I can like use my spells without my foci.
Traditionally, no. So the reason we use you know the reason we use foci, right?
To focus our emotions and feelings into it.
Kind of. It's a little more complex than that, but you know the basics of all spellcasting is your will, right? No matter what kind of spellcaster you are, what you're doing is you're harnessing your will and wrapping it around the energy of your emotion and then kind of like forcing it on the world around you to manipulate the world in ways that are beneficial to yourself. Foci are, it's possible to cast without them, but incredibly difficult. Foci are there usually created in such a way or emotionally grounding in such a way that they allow you to, they essentially create like a physical grounding area for your emotions. It's hard to explain without getting into the technical jargon, but basically when you have a foci, you have something physical to ground yourself to cast your spells from.
Gives your brain something to associate with, like, oh, this means that I'm able to cast magic, essentially.
The simple way to put it in layman's terms, the foci is there to allow you to, ground your emotions and your mind and kind of put you in the right headspace. Some foci are magically enhanced, some aren't, but it's either way, you usually need it to cast. Otherwise, you're going to have to make rolls.
All right. Can I ask him if he can train me to start doing better at that? Like being able to. I'll play it off as I just don't want to, in case something happens and I lose my foci, like it gets knocked out of my hand or something.
I'll give you this. It would take a lot more training than just a month and a level up. But if you keep training with Keltier, or he teaches you the basics and you train it, I will allow you through roleplay and training to gain, essentially to gain soul saving proficiency, which essentially would allow you to have proficiency in your saving throws when you are casting without a foci. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the mechanic that we'll use for casting without a foci, is you make a saving throw based on your soul, which is, of course, equal to your intelligence, but used for special things. Make sense? That work?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Can you also teach me any strong spells, or no?
No, I don't really have anything that you're interested in right now. You basically, you look through most of my, last time we had this conversation, you look through most of my collection, is the word. He's splitting his attention between you and some research, and so you look through most of my collection, scribble, and you weren't interested in those. I don't have anything new. I'll let you know if I get anything new, okay? Scribble.
Thank you.
Scribble. You see the paper just catches on fire, and he's like, damn it, not again. Scribble.
Are you scribbling on the paper while it's on fire?
No, it's hard to explain. I'm experimental stuff. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Bye.
See you later.
Where else can I go now? Is that it? Did I
yeah,
train with
no.
him
So
already?
for the rest of the month, you'll just be spending time training with him. That's what the montage was. And throughout that, you can interact with Eels or Iska if you want to, as we move on to Iska.
Well, I definitely want to give Ishka the wine. I kind of want to see his opinion on it.
Okay. Yeah, we can go back to the guild and do a little thing on that. You okay with that, Iska?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So, Iska, where would he find you?
I think he'd probably find Iska sitting at, probably over by where the dining area for the guild. He's probably just chilling over there.
Okay, so, Richard, as you walk in and you take a quick lap around the guild. It's about midday, a couple weeks after the nightmare, and you finally find Iska. You just run into him in the dining hall, and he's just sitting here eating. What are you eating?
I'm gonna guess some beef with a side of like carrots and probably a little bit of onions. No, not onions, mushroom.
Hey, Ishka.
Richard, I'm surprised to see you here. You've been very busy lately.
Yeah, taking jobs, training, all that.
Have you come to harass me and ask me to help you? Because I have some bad news. I'm a bit busy myself. But
No. I come bearing gifts, my friend. And I pulled out. Yeah, I think you might find it a little funny. I pulled out the Porto Luminoso blue wine, and I hand it over to him.
Iska, you see as he hands it to you, a bottle of wine. Well, a wine bottle filled with a blue liquid, and on it says, "Traditional Elven Blue Wine, produced in Porto Luminoso," with a little iconography that looks almost like Gidrid, but cartoony and kind of offensive, actually. Honestly, kind of offensive.
So out of character, I think I've passed through Porto Luminoso while on my way here, right?
You have. And what you know about it is up to you, because I know you and AV are writing for Porto Luminoso.
He takes one look at the bottle, he looks at Richard, he looks at the bottle, and without even missing a beat, he goes, "Odvai." He takes it, he pops open the cork, and he's clearly very angry at this. He takes a quick dip of it onto his tongue.
What are you trying to do by dipping it on your tongue?
I'm tasting it.
Yeah, just be careful. That thing's strong.
No, he's just tasting it. He's taking like a quick taste test. He's not actually going to sip it because he finds it offensive. He's taking a slight sip at most.
Okay, roll me...
He's like, well, maybe he's offering it because he thinks it tastes good.
roll me perception advantage because it's your taste buds, I think, or your smell, or is that only for your smell?
It is for my smell.
Okay, I'll give you advantage if you smell it first.
Okay, I definitely will. He puts it up to his nose, goes, and then he just goes, one single drop.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me perception at advantage.
Modified 24.
Iska, as you taste it and smell it, you immediately spit it out instinctively. This bottle is not simply wine. This wine is drugged. It has a particular plant, and you can name it if you want to, for collaborative story building, but it has a particular blue plant that is native to Porto Luminoso. It has a particular blue plant native to Porto Luminoso that is known to get people in a mind state similar to being very, very drunk. It has very little alcohol in it.
Richard, I'm going to break your heart. Are you ready?
What was that?
I'm going to break your heart. Are you ready?
Yeah, what's up?
He takes the bottle by the neck, turns it around, and smashes it against the fucking table.
Well,
This bottle is drugged!
Would Patrick do anything, Eels or AV? Patrick's like literally right there at the bar.
Patrick would probably turn around and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Give me that. And he'll try and take the bottle from...
He just gives you the freaking neck. He doesn't care. That is filled with Dolphina Nightshade. Dolphina Nightshade gives an artificial feeling of alcohol drunkenness.
Oh,
There was
shit.
literally no alcohol in the bottle.
Oh, that explains a lot.
I fell
Yeah.
into a briar of that shit. I hate it.
It was just given to me, but Lil Richie gave me a bunch of like free wines and stuff, and that was just in the chest. So I thought it was interesting because it was blue, and I remember the imagery, and I know you worship that thing, so I don't know how you felt about it.
He just takes a moment, looks at you a little bit angrily, and he takes a moment and just goes, "It is fine, Richard. I am glad that you thought about me.
Yeah.
Let's say this. When you are free, take me to this wine cellar. We will investigate the alcohol, and we will taste if it is yay or whatever the fuck that is." He just,
Are we under the impression that it is a roofie or that it is a attempt to skimp on actual alcohol?
it is
Probably the
both,
second.
technically. It depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, I suppose if it's mislabeled. Patrick is going to take his hat off and throw the broken glass in it.
Well,
And
hey,
like
that's
scrape some of the broken glass that's on the floor as well with his bird arm because it's like feathered. I think you definitely hear like a shit from inside. Before he puts it back on his head and goes, "No, but here, if you need something to actually get you fucked up," and he will go around the bar, grab just like a bottle or some fucking shit, pour it from a keg and hand you both glasses of alcohol. Use this instead and stop screaming. You're disturbing everyone else's buzz.
Yeah, I was
And,
about to say, Iska, that was a little extreme what you did.
I love
You could have
the
at least done it
implication
outside.
that Patrick is day drinking to cope.
Iska just turns to Richard and he just goes, "Richard, you do know you offered me quite literally an offensive depiction of my aspect, right?"
No, I didn't think it
Hands
was
you a
that.
bottle of wine with Jesus giving a fucking shaka bra.
Yeah.
What is considered more or less
Like, okay,
roofie
so-
water?
So for Richard's context, what you realize now is what you handed him was the equivalent of like a case of skunk weed, right? With a depiction of Feni Sava saying like, "I endorse this,"
Feni
or
Sava?
Fini Sava, your aspect
Oh,
of truth and justice. Like it's the equivalent of doing that.
sorry about that. I didn't know if that was like a thing that you guys are like your aspect's fine with, like maybe he takes it like on the cheek or something. I don't know.
I'll be honest, I don't think anyone has talked to him in a long while. But whoever does, they're lucky, I tell you that. What I do know is he would not drink that shit. And he would probably enjoy this instead of whatever the hell that is. He takes his mug and he gives Richard his. He goes, cheers.
Cheers.
Clink. Just drinks it.
Also,
Love
that was a
cheese
good
drinking.
name, Delphinia Nightshade. I like that.
I do think that it used to be native to only Delphinia, but then Porto Luminoso just bought it all and just brought it over to their side.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That sounds like something they would do. Fucking dicks.
Well, all right. Well, let me know when you're good to go. I'll go with you. All right.
If you guys want to, before Iska goes into his intermission, like pick up eels and go do this, like as a side thing, you can, or you can save it for later. It's up to you.
We'll pick up eels. Might as well get him some screen time. I'm curious to see how he
Some
does
screen time.
things. Yeah.
Richard looks at the camera, smiles, and gives a thumbs up.
Nah, he winks.
I've shied away from the camera for so long. Now I must return to my other self. Okay, let's get this done.
I'm just like morphing.
That's horrible.
Fucking John Carpenter's
That sound
the
was
thing.
horrible. Why?
John Carpenter. Oh my
So Lily will not be joining you, as she is currently indisposed. And by that I mean she's working the kitchens. She's been working the kitchens like for 2 weeks, nonstop, along with like 2 other people. All right, you guys arrive at Creep's place.
So, was I told specifically not to tell Richard where this place is, or was
No,
like...
you were told not to tell the scary Samdian detective that isn't Mr. Lightshow.
Okay, Richard, are you ready to get eels? We're going to get him to go day drinking. It's going to be fun. We're going to have hot, sexy women join us.
I love day drinking. I love liquor.
That
I
is
love
joke,
it,
by
love
the
it,
way. I
love it.
don't know anyone who fits category.
Eels, you
you're
hear two buffoons being real loud outside the garage door.
Hold on, let me knock really loud, but not obnoxious. He goes. He just keeps doing it until he fucking answers.
Eels does not respond. That is setting his fucking fight or flight off.
Well, Richard, I don't think he's here.
Time to get out.
Man, nah, maybe if I bang the door with you, then he'll open here.
You know, that's a good idea.
All right. So coming out of the front, you'd see fucking you'd see Eels halfway through a disguise. He's got like fake tusks coming out of the bottom of his mouth and like
Okay,
half
stop.
of a face of green paint. And he's just got a fucking full-on carving knife out. He just like
Based.
dukes up like,
Eels, you're
you
here.
good?
Hey, what's up? We knocked.
I'm glad you're here, friend.
Yeah, about 1,000 times.
I have some news for
Didn't
you.
answer.
Richard here has a wine cellar that he wants us to raid.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
You don't?
No.
Today, dude.
I'm straight. I wasn't joking when I said straight edge.
Oh, you still want to
I'll
help us?
come. I don't know, like water. But
Maybe they'll
I've
have,
been
like,
in this place for
soda.
a long while. You cannot do that again. That stressed me the fuck out.
Iska stops and he goes, okay, I am very sorry. I did not mean to wig you out.
Alright.
You also see in the corner is just a giant fucking paper shopping bag of insane shit. You see like a vial of perfume that's leaking onto the floor. You see healers kits and leatherworking shit. You see a grappling hook. Like
Why don't we take that?
he looks over and says, "I have been preparing to leave for the last."
About 2 weeks.
How long has it been? Okay, 2 weeks. Thanks God.
You
I
pray a
need to
lot.
leave so bad.
All right.
Did you know that the label on the perfume says that it's a fragrant commodity typically used by the wealthy?
Huh.
Is it?
I mean, apparently that's what it says. I don't know.
Alright.
Let me get a whiff. He walks over to the perfume and puts it up to his nose.
It's a bright purple.
Roll perception at advantage.
So I have some good news.
Yeah?
It's a nat 20.
Nice.
Iska,
Not looking forward to what this is about to do to me.
Iska, it smells overpoweringly of cherry blossoms. Like, do you remember when you were overpowered by the smell of peanuts? Like that, multiplied by 10 with cherry blossoms.
That's whoa.
Yeah, I figured if I got some fucking weirdo who's chasing us with like dogs or something, that we just dunk this on the face of them and then just run away and they can't find us by scent.
Not a terrible idea, because it's going to take me at least 3 hours to get it out of my nose.
Yeah.
He just
More than enough
fucking-
time to head out.
He does like a cat thing where he's like, "Bleh," he just fucking He's making gross faces.
the little thing, yeah. Here, let me get a whiff. And as I'm going for the perfume, I kind of like sidestep. I essentially sidestep and I go for Eel's nose again.
I'm going to attempt to stab you.
Oh my god!
I'm joking, but I'm going to try and dodge it.
Okay, what do I roll?
Make your contested rolls. I think it would just be dexterity for both of you.
All right, come on.
Acrobatics.
Oh,
What, Richard?
not 20.
I rolled a I rolled a 3 plus 4. So that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, you grab his nose and it comes off.
Wait, what? Oh, what? Why were you wearing it?
Disguise.
When that?
I was gonna take it off once I had to apply the green paint to the nose too.
Eels, you do realize having this on you makes you more noticeable, making it so that way people look at you more and more likely they'll see through your disguise.
Well, but I'm not outside, am I? I'm in a garage.
Then why did you have it
banged
on?
like a
Richard.
psycho?
Richard, what if he is disguised as Bozo the hippie clown? You don't know if
My clown name's not Bozo.
You have a clown
Wait, do you have a
name?
clown name?
You have a
Shut
clown
up.
name? I'll get that clown name out of you eventually.
I'm not a clown. I don't have a. Shut up.
Whenever you say honkers.
I will stab you. I thought about it and I didn't, and I'm gonna.
So Chuckles then.
No.
I think you prying is only going to make it worse.
I'll find it
Hey,
out one day. I do
You
want
won't,
to.
because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're not that slippery, Eels.
So as we walk away to the funny mine place.
All right, Sparky.
Okay, now I'm gonna stab you. By the way,
Yeah?
since I have the nose, I'm keeping the nose. It's mine now. But
No, he will actually try and get it back from you.
he can try, but I'm keeping it.
Okay. As they walk away, I'm going to sleight of hand pickpocket him.
Yeah, no, that's fair. What's your passive, Siege?
You mean just 9?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a 3 plus 6.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, no, you meet beat.
So
So,
a little translucent glove just pulls it out of your pocket as you shove it in.
Okay, I reach in and I don't find it. Wait, what? Slippery little fucking devil.
Can I say it's on his face again?
Yeah.
It's on his face again.
He's like half wiped off the orc makeup. He's like, I'm just gonna go. I hate the clown thing. I hate clowns so much, but I guess I just gotta do it. And then he's gonna put away like the orc clothes that he was going to put on. And he's instead going to just put on this big old like red cloak and like a big old red conical hat, and just have just a bright pair of tights underneath, and that's it.
If you're gonna put the nose back on, at least like squeeze it once so I can hear it.
You
I
have
don't
like a
wanna
fetish
give
for
you the
that thing.
satisfaction. It's unhealthy.
I'll get you. Do you guys want to pick up Lily, or are we doing an adventure without her? Is this a guy's night?
I think I heard Lily say that she was busy with cooking and shit. She
yeah,
brought me food.
Iska and
all
Eels
day.
both know that she's like on hardcore fucking chef duty right now, and until you need her for an actual guild sanctioned thing, she's gonna be busy. In fact, Iska, you heard her kind of at some point complaining about like almost on the level of Platoon of how stressful these 16-hour workdays are.
I pity her, but I can't really do much right now.
You all arrive at Richie's place.
Eels, if you try to steal anything from here, I'm going to slap you.
Says the person who tried to steal my belongings just literally 5 minutes ago.
First off, technically that isn't yours. That's Patrick's.
It was given to me by him. It is a gift.
Forcefully.
What? No, he literally. I guess, but a forceful gift's still a gift.
Whatever. Just don't steal anything.
Eh.
I don't think you'll steal anything. And he just proceeds to usher in Eels.
Being profiled doesn't close the door.
Raising a fucking barn? Alright. Hey, Richie. Hey, little guy.
Hey, what's up? My favorite. I don't know what your race is. What are you?
Samdian.
My favorite Samdian. How you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Richard, what the hell is this thing?
This is a little Richie.
I'm not a thing. My name's Little Richie. Don't be mean.
I am sorry, little Richie. What?
It's Little Richie,
exact-
not real Richie.
I am.
He has a speech
What
impediment.
exactly are you, little Richie?
We
Dirt.
got there.
I'm Dirt. You see him,
Man, same, buddy.
No, you
Yeah.
look like you're less than Dirt. You should really get a makeover.
Really fucking mean, man.
I'm just kidding. You see him point one of his free fingers that aren't covered in grass out, and a littler Little Richie starts running around on the table.
Alright, wait, what time is it?
See, I'm Dirt. It's about midday.
Yeah, I could go for whiskey. While we're talking. And also food.
You still have 2
probably
bottles of fucking whatever the fuck Patrick gave you.
But I like his. But little Richie has my favorite whiskey.
Okay.
Patrick
Yeah,
just bought
in
them
case you
drinks
didn't
from
know,
the bar.
the favorite whiskey is Black Rose Bourbon.
So what can I get you? Black Rose
same
Bourbon for
old.
Richard. Same old.
Same old.
How about you, Mr. And he's pointing at Iska. Sir.
I am Iska. You can get me the You know what? I'll have what he's having, and he points to Richard.
Okay. And you, Mr.
Got bubble water.
Your name's Gub Bubble Water? Weird name, but okay.
No, I'm asking if you have bubble water.
Oh, but what can I call you?
His name's Eels. Oh wait, no, I'm so. Should we be saying that?
He stares at you with the
No,
fury of 1,000
that was
suns.
me. I don't think Richard would actually do that. But
I know.
that was me. That was me slipping up. This is why I'm not an actual detective.
Somebody please give him a name. He's so confused. He's looking back and forth. He's like, what's going on?
His name is Slee.
Slee. Mr. Slee, what can I get for you? Sleazy?
Sleazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
he
Slee,
came up
what
with
can I
that
get for
himself.
you?
I
You're
do
right, I
actually
don't
have
know.
a lot of ball bearings. Yeah, I asked if you got bubble water.
But yeah, we got bubble water. 1 second. And he, you see the littler version of him, pop into the back and, come back out with like, real quick with, 2 glasses of, Black Rose Bourbon and a glass of the bubbly for, Mr. Slee. He's holding it with like tendrils of dirt, and when he
Is
puts
this
them down,
Perrier or Montpellier? Because I dislike one of them.
neither actually, it's Santellier.
And I'll grab it and take a swig like it's a shot.
You see him like move his fingers over each one, and you see a little piece of flint and a little piece of steel pop out of his fingers. He snaps his fingers, and little sparks fly out on top of the bourbon, and it sets on fire. And he lets it sit for a little bit, then whiffs it out, and the smell of black roses suffuses the area, and now it's nice and sweet.
Ah, yes. The smell of poopy. That is the smell of rose. He takes it and puts it up into his mouth and drinks it.
Cheers. Do we have to take our little
You are
saving
drinking
throw?
alcohol. Yes, you have to make a Constitution saving throw. If you're drinking the
Alright.
whole thing, the DC goes to 15.
Eels will look at them, light their bourbon on fire, and say, I'm not gonna do that. And snaps his fingers. Minor illusion conjures a tiny, like paper thin fire PNG on his water as he drinks it.
I met 15, so I don't know what that really does.
You feel it burn, nothing more.
I'm
Tastes
just gonna
good though.
take
It tastes like it tastes sweet like watermelon, but aromatic like so many flowers.
18. Oh well, no, actually it's 20.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Just like in Helvera.
This is actually very good.
I know, that's why it's my favorite.
Anything else I can get you, sirs?
No, that'll be. Oh, actually, yes. While we're here, well, actually, the reason why we're here is we wanted to ask you about this wine, the wine that you gave me, the blue. What was it? Let me check again. Let me check my notes. Yeah, Porto Luminoso blue wine that you left in my room.
No,
You don't.
I have
don't
no idea.
remember?
You can come down and check the wine cellar with me.
Yeah, we're gonna need to. The wine you gave me was not illegal, I think, maybe, but we're trying to figure that out also, and also it's very, very bad. Like, I drank a single glass and I was vomiting.
That's very not good.
I will
Ain't
be
that most
upfront with
alcohol?
you. It is laced with drugs. The drink
Yeah.
is laced with drugs. They literally make it to be laced. It is weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Are
Yes,
you
I do.
are you here on an official investigation?
Not official, but we...
Not official yet, but we can make it official. Just give me a moment. Like, give me about an hour with the wine.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Eels, you don't get drunk off of one glass. I mean, unless you're really lightweight.
He's literally not drinking alcohol.
I know, but he said it's like, isn't that most alcohol when you drink one
Yeah,
glass?
most alcohol tastes gross. If you drink one of them, you go to the underworld forever. And I'm pretty sure if you drink a bit of it when you're young, that means that you're definitely gonna go to the underworld.
And
when
who
you
told
die.
you this?
Was
Yeah,
it your
you
mom?
You could absolutely roll insight.
I'm rolling inside.
Little Richie looks at you and
Inside is
was it your mom?
17.
Did your mom tell you that?
No.
My mom told me that once.
You have
I
a
got it.
mother?
Sort of. Dad,
Who's your
mom,
mother?
same thing.
That him, yeah. What did he tell you?
That I shouldn't drink alcohol because it would kill me.
Maybe that's for the best then.
I've heard many things about alcohol. I have heard that there is a mythical drink that is 250 proof. But I think that is literally bullshit. It is impassable.
Yeah, that's literally saying it's 125%.
What did you get for your insight?
Oh yeah, I got a 17.
He flinched when Little Richie said mom.
Ah, it wasn't mom. Yeah,
Little
yeah,
Richie
little mama's boy.
Little Richie rolls as you say 250%, and he's like, no, I know that. It's I learned this in class, in bartending class. It's this funny orcish liquor stuff, like a firewater thing that they make, and like they have a special way of making it, but you can't drink it. It's like holy or something. You can't drink it unless you're like allowed to.
I will earn right to drink alcohol. But in meantime, let us investigate the cellar.
All right, yeah, just follow me. I'll leave my little guys to tend the bar.
All right. He steps on the counter, steps down.
Don't act like an
Where
ass.
where you guys see him step, a bunch of mud falls, and one of the little Richies immediately slops it up and grows like a tiny bit bigger.
This is
Try not to touch anything back here. This is our like operations, and I don't want to get anything dirty.
all I need to do is get a smell for each and every one.
So he leads you to this like this 10-foot by 10-foot trap door, and
Yeah.
as he extends one of his arms and like laces it underneath and then lifts it up, you see a massive not massive, but a large spiral staircase leading downwards, and he starts to go down. There's no map for this, that's what I'm saying. The moment you step out, dim light suffuses the area through a variety of glass lamps that are filled with what look like glowing bugs. And he's walking down. Over here we've got the Helveran Reds, On the left here, we've got dwarven whiskey. We have a couple orcish liquors, but they're not what you're looking for, Mr. Iska.
He's got
They're just regular orcish liquors. And he keeps walking. Honestly, I don't do the organization down here. I think that's Barry tends to do that. He brings in a lot of my foreign shipments.
Who's Barry?
Barry, he's a friend of mine from the guild. So, what was it that you're looking for?
I'm just going to make sure that none of your wine is comparable to that monstrosity.
Make me investigation rolls.
Is that only for Iska or me too?
Anyone who wants to make them.
I should probably do it since I have the highest investigation thing. Let's go. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no
11?
whammies. I got a what's it called? A dirty 20.
Richard, you do find, and as you walk up to it, little Richie points it out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's like our manifest. It was called. It tells us exactly what we're bringing in. And as you look through it, you don't see any mention on the manifest itself of the Porto Luminoso wine that you drank before. Iska, you walk further back, and you don't see any wines that are blue. You do see a purple wine that is legitimate elven blue wine. It's only called that because of the way it's made.
Yeah, he's just looking at it. He pulls it out and he goes, and he slowly just puts it back and continues looking.
Eels would also like to give an investigation check, if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Either rolling real hot garbage or real hot.
What do you roll?
That's a 12.
Eels, you don't find the blue wine, but you see something glinting under a wine rack, and as you pull it out, you realize it is a very expensive, very rare brand of mineral water from around the area of Veldan's Rest.
Dunt Bubble. Puts it on the shelf.
Dun Bubble. What a picky fuck.
That's funny.
You think you're gonna give me an easy theft? Nah. I choose what I'm gonna do my own thing.
You're such a bitch,
I still gotta
AB.
watch that movie.
I'm gonna bet you $5 that once it's poured into a glass, it does in fact bubble.
Well, Eels doesn't know that. He's a fucking idiot.
He is a fucking idiot. In fact, Eels probably doesn't know that most bubbly water doesn't bubble until it's opened.
He will sort of look around, realize that he can't really find it immediately, and just sort of lean against the back wall and look at what the others are doing.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you think you're gonna catch me off guard, motherfucker?
No,
you
I'm
think
not.
you're gonna
I'm
catch
not
me
catching
slipping?
you off guard. I just need you to roll me a dexterity saving
Fucking
throw.
20.
Perfect. As you lean against the back wall, it gives in a little bit, and how do you react as it gives in and opens up to another room?
I think he probably leans into it. It gives way, and then he's got his hand on his hat, so it's not tarnished. Just holding it out of the fucking rubble.
Oh, it's not rubble. It opens up like a door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Holy hell! I was not expecting that. Eels, what did you do?
He will immediately sort of like regain his balance after having shifted into the wall. Look around and say, "You're not gonna. This doesn't count as me stealing stuff, right?"
No,
I mean,
no. And little Richie kind of like walks up interestedly and looks into the room behind. I didn't know that this existed. And he walks in, and all of you see multiple racks of Porto Luminoso Elven Blue wine on various walls inside a small room.
Everyone out. Everyone out!
Don't yell at me, you fucker.
Don't yell. This is my place of business.
And I found it, so it's mine.
No, it is not yours.
You didn't know I was here.
Doesn't matter. I have to order an official investigation of this very strange room.
Oh, okay, I'm a Jack. Yeah, I found it.
By the way, Eels, you don't even drink. Why would you want it? And it's not even it's not even liquor.
I want it so he can't have it.
I'm gonna hit you
All
so
right,
hard.
all right, everyone out. Come on, up the door, up the stairs.
All right, yeah. Look out.
Alright. Okay. Hey, little Richie, actually, can I have one of those bottles so that way I can know to look out for to have it on me? I did have one before, but Iska got a little angry. He got a little angry, and
I really don't know if I should move evidence.
do you have any just lying around? Or is it only the ones in there? Because there was one in my room, so.
I just don't want to tamper with the scene. I don't think there's any more around. You can attempt to convince him if you want to.
It's not that big of a deal. I don't need it that badly. Iska already got all the information from it anyway. Or maybe, you know what? I kind of wish Iska didn't break it, because then maybe we could look on the bottle to see where it is. Well, alright. Just fair enough. You know, once you make the formal report, though, could you get me a bottle? So that way I can, actually find out where they make this?
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm not saying now, I'm just saying when he makes the investigation.
Iska just walks over to Eels. He goes, "Wild idea. Do you think maybe the Porto Luminoso wine is made in, I don't know, Porto Luminoso?"
I got a 9, Navi.
I'll think about it. Honestly, the only way that I can give you a bottle is if you're officially on the investigation.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just wait for you to, fill it out. Alright?
Okay?
Alright, you be safe, little Richie. Pat him on the head. Then I'm going to go to each and every individual little Richie and pat them as well.
They all splat, and as they do, they reform into a slightly bigger little Richie in the middle of the table.
To be real with you, Ishka, I know more about Isla Delphinia, so
Literally never go there.
What are we talking about?
Luminoso?
No, I've never been there. Wait, have I ever been there? I don't know.
I mean, hey, I can tell you, don't go to Delphinia.
What's wrong with Delphinia?
A lot of water.
Wouldn't that be like a paradise for you?
I can't swim, okay?
How can you not swim? Even
It's a
I can
birth
swim.
defect.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you insensitive fuck.
It's
Look,
okay,
I'm not
Eels.
trying to be mean. I'm just curious.
Merfolk.
Yeah.
We have a big genetic pool, and whenever you have a family as big as mine, you end up getting a lot of different people. I inherited a lot of my human dad's traits, so I don't have the fins and shit. I can breathe, but I can't swim through it. I just walk on the floor.
Oh, okay. I thought, well, I mean, if you want to learn how to swim, we can at least teach you so that way you can also move up.
It's been so long at this point, I don't even give a shit.
Alright, you never know when you'll need it.
So, Iska, it's been a couple weeks since your recovery. What have you been doing since then?
Within the first day of being fully recovered, he wanted to go help in the kitchen, but his stomach turned upside down when he smelled just poultry. It upset him immensely, and he just, the moment he walked in, he was like, "I'm ready to work," and he saw Platoon and everyone be like, "Oh, Iska, welcome back." He smelled it, his face turned deathly pale, and he's like, "On second thought, I'm not doing this," and he just walked out. And since then, he's been trying to get a grasp of what he's feeling.
So I think, considering that context, finally on one of Lille's off days, when she has some time to herself, she just kind of invites you up for like a luncheon to talk about what happened. She's got a little picnic spot that she set out on the wall. You see a couple cats lying around nearby, just sleeping or purring or rolling around in their own fucking fur cat stuff.
Iska's kind of lazily laying on the blanket as well. I imagine that he probably helped set up everything.
Yeah, okay.
You know, you were not kidding when you said this would be unforgettable luncheon.
I never said that, but okay. She says as she like sets out some plates. She puts some like fish on one of the bigger plates to serve yourself. There's fruit, there's beef, but there's a remarkable lack of poultry.
Well, you went down the Piscine route today. You decided to serve up only fish.
And beef?
Wait, there's beef?
Yes. And pork. And you see some roasted pork chops as well. Most of it is just leftovers that the kitchen didn't have any use for, but she packed them all up for this little lunch.
Oh, it's been a while since I've gotten to sit down and talk to you. How have you been?
Working very hard. I'm used to long kitchen hours, but I kind of get how Platoon feels nowadays. 16-hour days are not kind to the body. That is for sure.
I know what you mean.
And you see her serving up some fish and pork and meat and like veggies onto a plate, and she sets it in front of you, and she does the same for herself. So how have you been holding up?
I've been okay, he says as he takes the fork.
Is that a lie, Iska?
Iska's not a good liar. Yeah, he's
Make a
he's not
deception
really
check at
telling the
disadvantage
truth.
then. You can take disadvantage, you don't have to.
I took disadvantage and I got nat 1.
Yeah. Okay, 1 sec.
I've been I'm doing okay. And he's like not looking at her as he's like taking a little bit of like the vegetables, and he's like
She stares at him while taking a nice big bite of some fish, and she's just like, she's just staring you down.
You're looking at me. You're looking at me with those eyes.
Yeah, press X to doubt. She's just staring you down. She knows you're lying, and you know she knows you're lying.
Listen, it's been tough since the all that's outing. It's been tough.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been very tough. I didn't mean to do what I did, but I did it, and oh god. I don't really know how to. Have you know when you eat food, with meat there's blood.
We usually bleed it, but yeah. Some people like their meat a little bit bloodier. I imagine vampires probably do too.
That's the thing. There was no difference, and I don't know how to handle that.
She muses for a second while chewing on some pork. Is that really an issue, though? Far be it from me to tell you how to live your life or what morals you should be following, but I don't know, we're all animals.
Yes.
We all have our instincts, our basic desires. Not your fault that, it tasted the same. It's not a big deal as long as you, as a person, are aware that, it's still a sentient being,
Yes, I know. It's just a lot. I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't expecting to be there to be no real difference. It just hurts. She was a terrible person, but I don't think she deserved to die. Not like that. Not the way I did it. I'm supposed to be better.
You see her kind of look off into the distance for a moment. My mentor once said that all of us are destined to die, as that's the natural course of things. How we do it don't matter. At the end of the day, everything comes to an end. If you feel bad about how you killed her, that's up to you. Maybe that makes you more mortal than others, maybe it doesn't. But maybe it's also fair not to beat yourself up about it. I can't say I understand what you're going through, but that's a dangerous, dangerous woman. She was gonna kill hundreds.
It was too many.
Yeah, I can't say she deserved what she got, but inevitability. That's the word, right? Yeah, inevitability.
Can I
Go ahead.
can I spend a regnomancy very quickly?
Yes.
I would really like it if a bird were to land right here on this branch, and this cat just lazily just get it.
Okay, I love it. As she says that and you speak up, please mark your regnomancy. As she says that and you begin to speak up, you hear a little chirp, and a bird lands just outside this cat's reach, and the cat immediately pushes off of nothing, as if it was pushing off the air, catches it in its front paws, chomps down on its neck, and breaks its neck instantly. And then you see it tearing it apart and gorging on it. Iska?
Yeah, he just sits there and watches it for a moment. It's kind of wordless, and he just. I know I shouldn't let this eat me up. My master, Nikolai, he did mention that when I was training that there isn't really much of a difference between the flesh of beast and sentient creatures, but regardless, there is supposed to be a sense of respect, and it never really stuck to me until recently, and I think that is foolish of me for not taking those words to heart more, and I think with enough time I will be fine, but right now it is a lot.
Then can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Do you think that you, as a person, respected her life?
He's just kind of flashing back to the moments that he had been with her, literally breaking into the view box, literally walking towards her while she barely tried to escape, slashing at her once before biting her neck off, and thinking, I think I expected a lot more from her than most people would have. If I'm being honest, I did not expect any of that to happen with such ease. It's strange. You know how we fight people and they are a lot more equipped and capable of dealing with what we give them.
Yeah.
I thought she would be able to take care of that as well. I expected her to fight and resist attacks like a warrior.
You're a monster hunter, right?
Yes.
I guess sometimes the monsters aren't the ones out there tearing heads off. Sometimes that's just how it is.
Sentient races are confusing, he says as he continues to eat the lunch.
You hear a skittering as Catcher walks up wordlessly, takes some beef and just starts chomping on it.
I'm glad you decided to show up. He
She
pulls
nods.
out another cup and he pours her some drink.
She stares at it. What kind of drink is it?
No, I imagine it's just whatever Lily had brought with us.
Then it's Al, yeah. She stares at it, shakes her head, and continues eating.
He just kind of puts it aside then. Makes a note of that. You know, another thing I've been trying to do, I've been trying to get better at the final stage of my training, Meditation. Do you know how hard that is?
I have never in my life meditated. And you usually just catch her smiling. And then Lily looks down, or looks up at the sun, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go. That's the end of my lunch break. I'm sorry. Good luck, Iska. I'm sorry.
I'll see you later.
See you later." And she just, she runs off across the wall, and it's just you and Catcher.
Well, we have all this food now. Let's not let it go to waste.
Catcher nods.
I do appreciate you at least helping, by the way. I'm not the best student, as you can tell, but I still appreciate the effort nonetheless.
How do you meditate? You hear her whisper.
Well, I usually sit down. I get comfortable. Not too comfortable, but comfortable. I get into a position that is easy to hold. I take a moment. I breathe. And he's actually walking through the steps as he's talking about it. I clear my mind. And I breathe.
And Iska,
Yes.
as you walk through the steps, you find yourself meditating properly. You've done this many times, countless times over the past couple weeks, but this time something's a little different. Maybe it's that your friends are there and it's comforting to know that they're there to support you, or maybe it's just chance, or maybe it's because you've just gotten into the right mindset. Whatever it is, this time something is different. Roll me a meditation check. It's just a flat roll.
16.
You feel yourself falling deeper and deeper into your own soul. The feeling of the stone and cloth beneath your body fades, and then suddenly you're on the streets of Waltershaw, walking, and you feel something tugging you north. Around you, you see nothing. No people, only ruins of what Waltershaw was. What do you do?
I'm taken aback a bit. I'm surprised. I don't know what to really make of the ruins, but I know that feeling that's pulling me towards the north. I can't ignore it. And I don't let my curiosity get the better of me. I let my instinct take over, and I follow.
Okay. You follow the instinctive pulling, a force that you're quite familiar with at this point. It's the same kind of feeling that happened when you tore off her head. It's the same feeling whenever you switch to your tiger form. A driving force of all life. And you walk. And before you know it, you've reached the crumbling city gates, and you step outside. And then you begin to run. Almost as if you're not you anymore. You begin to run north through the forests and rivers and trees, barely noticing now that your arms and legs are no longer that of a mortal. They are that of a tiger being. And soon enough, you find yourself at Veldon's Rest. Here, though, there is no water. You see the massive, multi-mile trunk reaching into the sky and blotting the sun out. And at its base, you see ruins of some great church, perhaps? Roll me another meditation check to not get distracted, basically. DC 15.
20.
A large boulder begins to creak at the top of the church, and it doesn't faze you. As it falls right where you would have stood, you continue to run. You barrel again through the forests of the north, never looking back, and only stopping to hunt and sate yourself when you are hungry or thirsty. And soon enough, the air begins to get colder, comfortable, familiar, and you burst through the trees into a small clearing that you remember. Before you stands the Howling Cave, a rite of passage for all Silver Shepherds. Once upon a time, you were forced to walk your way down to the center of the cave. Its namesake, understandable as wind blows through it and it sounds like the howling of animals from far away. But now you can hear something deeper, grittier, inside the cave. It's not just a howling, it's a growling, as if something waits for you at the bottom. Make me one last check as hunger and thirst begins to gnaw at you.
17.
You step forward after weeks of travel across the land, after days of hunting and drinking, and now days of no food, no water. But you don't care. You know something down there is calling for you, and you intend to answer. You enter the cave, and with every step you twist and turn, you can't help but feel like you're being swallowed up by the earth itself. The periodic gusts of wind almost feel like the breath of some ancient and malformed beast. As you squeeze through the final opening and into the cave proper, you expect it to look the same. Just a simple cave with a small hole where the howling wind comes from. But this time there is no hole. There is no cave. Every surface of the cave has been carved with depictions of animals eating other animals, in a glorious Ouroboros of blood, meat, and bone. It is the hunt. On the far wall, at the center of the entire depiction, are a dragon and tiger in constant struggle. The tiger biting into the neck of the dragon, and the dragon biting into the flank of the tiger. Their claws tear shreds of flesh from each other as other animals bite into them in turn, and they too are devoured by even more. As you step in, you see 3 daises in the center of the room, each with something upon them. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at what each of these 3 pedestals hold before I make a decision on, touching any of them.
As you walk forward and begin to inspect them, you notice the tiger's eye flash, and you hear the word, not words, so much as pure instinct. Bite the neck, break it, eat the flesh, fill the belly, mate, smell the blood, delicious, follow, bite, break.
I take a moment to, step back. What the?
Follow, come, approach. What you're hearing is... Actually, you know what? Make me a roll. What I want you to do is make me a wisdom saving roll. To understand exactly what this is.
Modified 18.
You know this feeling. And again, it's not words so much as pure intent. This is the same feeling of instinct you felt the first time that you changed forms to the tiger. The same feeling that drives you on the hunt. The same glorious feeling when you hunt down a stag and take its flesh for your own. The feeling of desire and hunger. The thing that drives all living things. And you're feeling it now through your primal link to your spirit, unbarred, unmarred. Follow, come, approach.
I go towards the center diocese.
At the center, you see a small charm made of wood and bits of metal. It is shaped like a wyvern.
I'm gonna pick it up.
As you pick it up, you feel another instinct fall into you. Skies are king, prey cannot run, fall upon them, take their flesh for your own. Skies are king, cannot run.
I go to the left.
As you go to the left, the trinket that you're holding immediately pulls itself back down to the dais.
I see.
To the left, you see one shaped like a wolf.
I pick this one up as well.
Family, pack, together strength, hunt together, take strong prey, together strong.
I put that one back before moving to the farthest right one.
This one is a dragon. And in a much more clear intent. Something strong and intense. My will is absolute. None may distract me from my prey. You may make rolls to try and determine what these things might do. And the tiger, I think the tiger throws another lash of instinct towards you. One. He's saying you may take one.
I see. I'm gonna investigate first.
I would also like to pause it. Instead of investigation, maybe animal handling?
Animal handling works too if you want to try them.
Yeah, whichever's higher.
Well, I mean, if I do animal handling with the wolf, I'm going to have a disadvantage.
Are you?
Yes.
He would, actually, technically. It's a
gosh.
thing that he imposed upon himself. When handling canines, he gains disadvantage.
Interesting.
Yeah. He imposed it on himself because he's a tiger, and fucking canines are afraid of tigers, dude.
What is it? Dogs are afraid of me, and wolves are
Wary.
Whereas like cats are friendly. And 15 for
the
animal
wolf?
handling on the the wyvern. I'll try the wolf in a moment again.
Okay, so with the wyvern, you get the sense that it will bring you power. And this is the power of the skies.
Okay. I'm gonna do animal handling one more time on
Okay. Roll disadvantage.
12 on the wolf.
As you reach your hand out to the wolf, you again feel that shaky instinct and almost a wariness. As you sort of project like this almost idea of I'm not here to threaten you or harm you, you feel the spirit inside kind of calm down, and you begin to understand that this will bring you the power of the pack, the power of friendship.
And the dragon.
Roll me animal handling.
Modified 17.
The dragon is simple. It understands what you desire. It's not hard to understand what it can give you. As you reach out your hand to the dragon and send an inquisitive glance towards it, it simply responds the power of will.
Let me see.
Take your time, because this is a big decision.
Iska is going to walk towards the far right.
The dragon?
He's going to look at the dragon. He's going to pick it up one more time.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to look it in the eyes. And I want to ask this: Are these just like little wooden figures, or are these
They're
like
charms. And as you pick it up with the intent to take the power, you notice around your neck the charm of a tiger on a necklace.
I attach it next to the tiger.
And with a flash next to the tiger on the mosaic in front of you, the dragon's eyes glow, and the blood that it's spilling turns red. And you hear, "My will is absolute." Before you open your eyes to catch her, slapping you lightly on the face. Iska. As you open your eyes, you feel a horrible gnawing hunger in your stomach and incredible dehydration.
I take the liquid, whatever's right next to me, and just immediately start drinking it.
She has water for you.
He's just drinking it. And as soon as he's done, because like he just drinks it all in one go. Like he doesn't know what it is, but he's thirsty.
It's just
hungry.
water. It's just
Yeah,
water.
he drinks all the water.
Are you okay?
I am very hungry.
I'd assume so. You've been out for about 16 hours.
He just turns to her after stuffing his face full of like the fish and the beef, and he's like, 16 hours.
You have now gained a new power, Will of the Dragon. While you're transformed, when you fail on a bloodlust saving throw, you may, by sheer force of draconic will, choose to succeed instead. You may use this feature a number of times equal to half your proficiency modifier rounded down. Uses for this feature recharge after a long rest.
Okay.
You have taken on a portion of the primal spirit of the dragon. But as you chow down on the meat, you hear the instinct of two distinct beings within you. Devour, devour, food,
Breathe,
meat, blood,
survey, breathe,
mate.
control.
You have successfully communicated with your primal spirit, and maybe a little bit more.
So after like stuffing his mouth, he turns to Catcher and he's like, "So I don't know."
As you turn to her, you feel something rattle against your chest.
He looks at his chest.
The charms are there on a necklace around your neck.
You wonder how many more charm spaces there are.
Yeah, how many more could there be?
Did you put this on me?
She looks at it puzzled.
Well, that seems to explain a lot. So, how much time do you have to kill? Because I have a story for you.
Follow me. And she leads you up to the watchbows.
And they follow, because I am a funny tiger man.
And so she brings you up to where you first met, the spirit pool, where the spirit of the tree is tended to by the Grove Druid, which is her. And you relay the whole story to her?
I'm starting from beginning to end. She's gonna know every detail that I noticed.
Okay. Yeah, so you relay the whole story to her. And she patiently listens as she pours meat and other fertilizers into the spirit pool.
Forgot that it just takes that. But before we finish up with everything, I imagine that after telling Catcher everything, he wants to hear what she. I mean, like, obviously he understands what it's given him, but he wants to understand like what she makes of it, like specifically how he was able to do this for like the first time ever.
So, how come when I have tried so many times before, now, out of all the times I have tried, I am able to achieve the communication with my primal spirit? It is confusing.
You feel a shiver run up your spine as you feel tendrils of another being sense out your aura. You recognize this as her spell sensing you. And as she does, she nods. You've had a life-changing experience. You are no longer the same man you were. Sometimes it's as simple as that.
I see. Alright, heads or tails?
Heads.
Listen, I know that I want you to know that I consider you a friend. You have helped me a lot, and I'm very thankful for that. I don't know if we've ever properly discussed this,
Yes.
but you need to know.
She doesn't reply. She only said yes. You just see her kind of like smiling at you. That's it.
In the back of his head, he's like, "Why the fuck did I just say that?" Like,
Why the fuck did I just say that? I think we pan out from this scene as Iska notices a couple cats like jumping through the air up onto higher limbs to catch some more birds. How does that make him feel?
it makes him hungry.
Okay, interesting. And then we fade out.
By the way, I saw that you didn't like the ale, but I need to know, do you drink any alcohol?
I cannot.
Wait, really?
Spiderlings cannot drink alcohol. We do not have livers.
No matter, I think tea is perfect with you.
I agree. And she skitters off. And off she goes, up some other bough, underneath, and across one of her spider webs. Thank you, everyone, for coming and listening to Rusted Boar Ragnamancy. We really appreciate everyone that watches this podcast, honestly. At the time of recording this podcast, we have just released, and what fanfare we have gotten means a lot to us. Comments, positive reception, even critiques on our rulings are all much appreciated, and it means a lot to us that you guys like our story. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
When we make merch, buy it.
Yeah.
Thank
Give me
Tastes
that.
like chicken.
Bless you.
Thank you guys for sitting down and watching just a bunch of idiots play some Dungeons.
Hey,
or
I
not
don't know about
Dungeons
you
and
guys.
Dragons,
I'm not an
some
idiot.
Role playing.
Fuck you.
Well, yeah, you can think you're not an idiot, but it doesn't make it less true.
You're right.
But,
I'm really bad at DMing. I'm sorry.
No, you're good at DMing. It's just we're all just a bunch of doofuses, a bunch of goons, a bunch of silly.
I'm
not the
were.
goon.
You may be a gooner.
Gooning.
I'm not a gooner.
I'm literally gooning right now.
I'm literally gooning right now, boss. Let's get this going. I want some work, boss. Let's go. Please, for the love of God, don't take that out of context. We're talking about being in a gang, gooning for a boss, not masturbating. Please stop.
What the fuck?
Bye. Take care.
Google
Thanks
it,
for coming.
freaks.
Don't
Bye,
Google it. Don't do it.
everybody.
Don't do it. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is brought to you by Nevi Alden
Siege Kirsten.
Reese Aldrich.
Bad God Leafy.
and viewers like you. Thank you.
Map and token assets created by 2 Minute Tabletop and Bad Gob Levy.
All music used within the RBR podcast is used with explicit permission through a Creative Commons license or under fair use.
You may find them in the description below. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is produced by Levi, Nevi Alden,
And directed by Nevi Alden. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is published under a Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike 4.0 international license.
Rusted Boar Regnomancy is in no way affiliated with, supported, or endorsed by Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast.
We of the Rusted Boar crew earnestly hope you enjoy our production.
Je ne sais quoi, je ne sais quoi, je ne sais quoi. Mr. Scorpion, fuck! I can't do French.
Mr. Scorpion.
Mystère. Le vent soulève le fond en terre de vivre. Le vent soulève le fond en terre de vivre.
I believe in you.
Mr. Scorpion, Mr. I really can't.
Mr. Scorpion.
Monsieur
Mr.
Scorpion.
Bonjour,
upstanding
Scorpion.
citizen.
Bonjour, Scorpion. Bonjour,
Monsieur
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Yeah.
Bonjour, Scorpion. You know what? Fuck it. It's canon. Dispo's been faking it this whole time.
No.
Yes.
Wrong. You're just shit at it, God.
I am. I could never do French stuff. That's why I have such problem with this. Fuck.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Oh wait, I don't have any Regnomancy. I was gonna like have
You
it,
have
like,
Regnomancy, but you can use it here if you want to. Everyone has one Regnomancy.
I was gonna make a joke where it's like you can just hear in the distance, kind of like Professor Oak when he tells you can't ride your bike in here. Something in your mind tells you can't ride your bike here, and you just hear in the back of his mind, it's like, it's fucking Richard. Like every time.
No, you don't need a
someone
Regnomancy for that. That's great.
Eels ignores his brain.
Is there any? Do I have like a type of communicator or something?
With the party, no.
Because I was about to say, it's like, oh, he's gonna drunk text people.
No, you guys didn't. That's like a high-level
Hey,
magic item
you
that
up?
have to buy.
Haha. Just puked up some blue. I don't know. You
Just
guess.
puked up some blue.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, that's the best. That's the best part of D&D, though. Am I wrong, AV?
Yes. The best part's having a character and winning.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were using RPG bot. Give me a sec. I'll pull it up real
Hold
quick.
on. I'll bring open my bookmarks.
my backup character.
Bring up
gonna
my
go
backup
actually- I'm gonna
character
get
who's
rid of
meant
my,
to trivialize everything.
My other blood hunter that has no homebrew.
Yeah, let me get my my Blood Hunter Hexblade multi-class.
Fuck that.
I just almost shit myself just saying that. Sleazy?
Lazy.
Gotcha. Mr. Slee, what can I get for you?
The Z stands for Zeppeli. It's
Fuck you! Fuck you, AV!
I don't get it.
The Z stands for Zeppelin.
No,
Oh, I
Zeppeli,
get it.
as in Gyro Zeppeli.
Oh, god damn it.
I don't know who that is.
Or something.
Right.
Very well. I will earn light to... Whoa, holy shit. I can't keep the accent for cotton. Hold on. Very well.
It's because just
'cause
straight
so-
up having a fucking stroke in
Stroke,
game.
yeah.
As well.
I will earn right to drink alcohol.
Iska's so
There's
drunk,
someone
he's forgetting
taking
his accent.
accents. They took Dispose. They took Iska's. They're after mine next.
Where was this Scooby-Doo contraption? How did you open the door?
The fuck
What's
is a
Scooby-Doo?
Just in unison, the fuck's a Scooby-Doo?
Is this what people in Halvera do all day? Is this their jobs? Someone told me that there are people in Halvera paid to do this. This is horrible. Why would you do this? It's utter insanity. Utter and absolute insanity.